Greetings. So, from distance mind control, report, jot down notes wherever you suspect anything and bring it out on social media. I would encourage you, even if it is against a friend. What they did to me, I still am traumatized by it. So, I'm sorry the friend would have to understand, or that person. Like, about the terrorism. If someone leaves a bag, report it if you find suspicion. It's just a bag. Even if you're not suspicious about it, report it to the police there nearby. That's what we were told in London and elsewhere. So this is the way I had to go on, even against a friend. So now these people coming up, and they've made their life even more messed up for us on YouTube. Ghalib Kamal, Haris Sultan, Gulzar Elia, and all. And Haris Sultan's stooges. So I know they will use this with apostate prophet and an America ex-Muslim. They will use these things. They will get together. They have no shame. They don't care. And the video will come on my face on homepage, YouTube's homepage. Okay, now instead of, I don't know what kind of people they are, but if you are a caring, if you are a true truth seeker, and I've shown it on Facebook many times. So I've explained it. Even a child can know, but they say in Karachi, a psychiatrist was saying it's very difficult to teach an educated person, arrogant, right? Arrogant, educated person that what you've learned is a lie. It's really difficult to re-educate a very educated person who thinks he knows everything by gathering information and proof of everything. Science has given us, but not all of us are scientists. So we are grateful. I'll repeat myself. We're grateful for what science has given us. We pay for it. Sometimes the government pays for the medical treatment. Most of the times, all the time here, in most countries. So, anyways, be sure you're fully paid for it. Now, they've given me such a hard time. I just, if you care, if you're not like Ghalib Kamal or Haris Sultan, they are sometimes on assumptions and making wrong statements about atheism, God's existence and all, that it is not for us to prove, because we're saying that God doesn't exist. So it is not for us to prove, but it is for the person who even claims that they have knowledge enough to say that God does not exist. It is so on them to prove that God does not exist, because they have knowledge enough. I've read an article on it online, and that makes sense. So if you have knowledge enough, you're claiming that God does not exist, then provide that knowledge. But don't say that it is the burden of proof does not lie on us, like Ghalib Kamal has said. And another thing is to dismiss people's feelings and believe through evidence. When you have like belief in science, why do we believe in science? So this is not blind faith or anything. And there are personal, which may not bother these people like Haris Sultan and Ghalib Kamal, personal matters. But I suspect that they know about something about me personally. Anyhow, that I've already... so if I had just, semified here, been meek and said, no, I don't want to face these monsters, atheist monsters, gods of their own. But they cannot even claim to be gods because science is different from them. They are not scientists themselves. So they are gods of their own minds or something like that. To impose your thing on others and make such statements, concluding that this wajud, this existence, there's no proof for it. Of course, there's no proof for it outside of it, because what Imam Hassan said, and I don't, maybe they took it from the Greek, okay? Alexandra, I've read Imam Jafar Sadiq's book. Sometimes I say Sajjad, that's our fourth Imam actually, not Imam Sadiq, our sixth Imam. Okay, so the thing is that Moji Baba has explained it in length, shown it to us, and what we're seeing, how can we deny this? We can't deny it. I've had my experiences about a divine power beyond me, out of my control, where I have been taught a lesson or given a miracle, like when I was taking these daisies, special daisies from outside, from the nurseryman I bought. He told me they're from Baironi Mulk se, yani foreign land. So I spoke to them, and the petals were up and down, going up and down. So, and my voice going to my mother. These kind of things, scientists cannot explain it, and they don't want to put themselves in this kind of mysteries of life. I want to cover everything. Like, I don't want to leave any stone unturned, because truth is something universal. So, not only for scientists, there are engineers also, and there are other people, apart from scientists, there are painters, creative people, there's literature, writers. So if you care enough, I'm not imposing this on you, but you know how I just want to show you this. That what I did was, when I felt that I was reading on Descartes, sorry, I just pronounced his name Descartes. That's what I thought I learned from American school, I'm not sure. But now they say Descartes. Okay, I don't know. So I used to say Descartes in Karachi American School. Anyways, so here we are. I am. I think, therefore I am. So is there something beyond the thought, which gives you proof of your existence, because the proof of existence is universally prevalent. And no, it is in this, instead of being outside. No tool, no microscope, no telescope can go into this. And this is not philosophy like Ghalib Kamal dismissed it, saying it's all philosophy, this thing. It's not junk, and it is not philosophy. We're not thinking it. Of course, we've made a premise, philosophy is lower than this. So even if taking the philosophy of Descartes, which was a philosophy, I think, therefore I am. Or maybe it was even more like what your thoughts are, what you are in the Bible. I don't know. But the thought, how can the thought bring me to life when my mother and father slept together? How can the thought bring me to life? Oh, now my mother's sitting there thinking that I'm going to get pregnant and that Zara is going to come out of me. I am going to have a baby now. I'm going to have a baby now. I'm pregnant. I've been impregnated. My thought is, it's ridiculous. Right? Sorry. So it's not because I think, therefore I am. There's certain acts that took place. And so I thought of that, and then this is very layman's, perhaps you may think of it. But I want serious people. Anyway, sometimes I also find it very. Sorry, excuse me. Uh-huh. I think therefore I am. Okay, poor I'm making Descartes notorious now. Sorry. Hello, I've been very panic struck, and whenever I lose my strength, I start to laugh sometimes. Not whenever, but sometimes I want to cry, really. This world has such cruel people. And such sophisticatedly cruel. Of you just cannot reach them. They're beyond our reach. They will not apologize. They will not correct themselves, because they've now made a name for themselves, like our Maulanas. But some of the Maulanas are Shia Maulanas may step down, but these people, these atheists who are so arrogant in their scientific approach and rational thinking, they will not step down because they have so many subscribers and all this. And another thing I mentioned is these Desi ones who want to make Pakistan, who want to change Pakistan. Okay. Yeah, I have to mock them, really. It is quite a wicked mockery they've made of us. Okay, so now we're going to see this. If you put a, so that's how I went into, like, if Descartes says that we think and therefore we are, then how come my mother did not think me into life, right? Could not give me life like this, birth, and even what do you call that? Conception? No, conceiving me. So she could not conceive me without my father's intervention. So this is the way I went thinking, that this life comes from an act, and at the same time, what is this thing which is beyond the mind, beyond our thoughts, which exists? And so the proof of this cannot be found outside. There can be science, it can come close to it, but it cannot touch it. Nothing can touch this. Nothing can touch this. No scientist, no mind. You can see for yourself. This is proof of your own existence, which science can bring you close to it, but cannot touch it, cannot give you that total, complete proof of it. They can point, but they can't touch it, can't come close, so close to it. And since there is no distance to this, because this you are, but the body wears out, and eternally this thing remains, which is without the mind. So likewise, I can show you, if you are willing to empty yourself and put your mind aside and think the way I thought, that is the baby steps philosophy. I brought the premises, deduction, baby steps of logic in a lay way, person's way. I've done logic, I've done BA, logic and philosophy, logic and inter, and although it's not as internationally recognized, the Pakistani educational system, still I touched on it in college. So very, very simple. Thank God that I didn't go into the Western too complicated, because once you learn too much, gathering too much information, you think you know a lot, then that's when you really don't know. You think you know, but you think you know, but you've missed that. So what have we missed? Because we've used the mind and we've done a lot of progress. What has civilization missed in all this? Or if I may call it the progressive civilization, or yeah, something like this. Not ancient, but progressive civilization. So what have we missed? That, when we go out, we feel the world is so brutal, like Jiddu Krishnamurti even pointed out. Yeah, and even the nature is so, we feel that, oh my God. The good example of this is, an Indian movie, Daag, the older one with Dilip Kumar in it. Asma chup raha, or so the sky kept quiet. Nothing is helping, it seems. So the material life is in reflux, what do you call it, in change, transformation. So if we are in this material realm, and if this is enough for you, if science and rational thinking is enough, so you please, you can say what you want, but for us, this is just this not ego feeling that we are right or we want to be right. Something when you totally put your mind, it's how I try to come to like searching for the ultimate truth. Is there? I did not put a premise that there is an ultimate truth, there's God. I said, is there something beyond the mind? And I found this, which is when you empty yourself, if you'd like to, for some moment, like Muji Baba, you can follow Muji Baba most. He takes you through all this. I'm just giving a brief, showing you here because, these people, Ghalib Kamal type and all this, they've made up a conclusion that this is all philosophy and made it difficult for us. You see, human nature also, you don't know what human nature is. So they'll rationalize it away, make us robots or something like this. Or then they have to stretch to humanity, like a secular humanity, or, they'll have to go somewhere rationalizing it. So why, I can't find words like rationalizing even what is a human being, rational. So that's a baby step. We take that. We don't draw conclusions yet. Be a human being, this is, what is a human being? So I have to question all this. And I haven't drawn conclusions until I know for sure. And when can we know for sure? Can we know for sure from all angles, all sides, proof what is a human being? We cannot. I don't know if we can know this, so I don't know. These rationalists like Haris Sultan, Ghalib Kamal, Gulzar Elia, and they will tell you that we know, and you should become a human being and leave religion. Okay, that is good to leave religion, but the way is very hard. So, they try to jump very quickly to conclusions, assuming on assumptions and all, sometimes dismissing even reincarnation and people's personal feelings and truths. They are ignorant, or like ignorance is evil. But they don't think they're ignorant. They've gathered so much information. I mean, I could have done it if I was well. I could have been like Ghalib Kamal, showing you Bani Qurayza and but in this history, I'm fed up of all this. So my thing is that if you are like-minded for a better world, like Neil Donald Walsh is helping out. He's in America. He's an American. These type of people. Neil Donald Walsh was saying, like, what, you see, we don't know what human nature is. We need to find that out. So we're looking instead of concluding. So for them, progress will, they think that this life, yeah, so they will say that she's, taking us somewhere back. But I'm perhaps not taking you somewhere back or in philosophy, logic, no, nor in logic. I'm from logic, then we say that, okay, this thought, for example, I give you that thought did not create me, thought did not conceive me, right? My mother conceived me. So maybe she thought, okay, I'm going to get married to this person and then I want to have a baby. We want to have a baby together. So all this is, thought is there. The thought is there, right? Because if thought wasn't there, we would not have desires either to do something, motivations and all this. So what is beyond? Is there something beyond? I'm just asking a question philosophically, but maybe we'll reach to it seeing it. Seeing it. Now you drop philosophy once you are the thing, which is nothing, which is just this, which is. So Ghalib Kamal saying this is philosophy? No. They have an agenda, they have a goal. Like in 5 years we want these much Pakistani Muslims. And we don't want to, pamper them with this nonsense of spirituality. We'll call it superstition. And all this. So they have an agenda. We'll call this Vajood, existence, philosophy. Can you call life your own life philosophy? You're living, breathing. Can you call that philosophy? Are you philosophizing life? It is so absurd that a child will laugh at Ghalib Kamal's statement that this is philosophy. Okay, I will continue later and show you in yourself. You don't have to ask anyone, or you do. Please do Muji Baba. It's excellent.